Hey friends, let's go ahead and tap in for a reading here. We're going to see what's going on for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. So if that is you, this is your reading. Let's see what we got going on for my Jimmies. It's been a couple weeks. I didn't realize since I posted on YouTube. So I'm back, y'all. Look, I've just been busy. I started a new job here a few weeks ago. So really just been trying to get my acclimated to my schedule. So you're coming through as a strength card, very graceful. There could have been a lot of hard things you've had to go through recently or in life. Yep, with that 3 of Swords, you guys have gone through a lot of heartbreak and disappointment, letdowns in life. I'm getting things that haven't really lived up to the hype. You know, maybe you had certain ideals about how you were going to live your life and what it was going to look like, and things haven't really unfolded the way that you thought they would. So you've had to be very flexible and adaptable when it comes to life circumstances and maybe some of the things that life has honestly just thrown at you. I'm getting it might even feel unfair a lot of the times, but I get with you coming through as the strength card, you don't complain about it. Okay, so you know, there has been a lot of really terrible things you've gone through, but most people wouldn't even know that you have gone through all of that stuff because you're not sitting around, you know, acting like a victim or anything. That's not something you really embrace. You embrace your strength here, okay? Even in situations where you were a victim, you know, and you rightfully so can claim that label, you still are someone that's like, you know, that situation, it didn't break me. It made me stronger. You know, it made me who I am today. Okay. So you're coming through very beautiful, Gemini. There could be people on the outside looking in. Maybe they see the image and the beauty, but they don't really know like what is underneath the surface, what is behind that. I heard what is behind a pretty smile. So some of you could have really nice teeth. I don't know if you have braces, some of y'all could have got veneers or something like that, or whatever you got going on. But let's see your challenges coming through as the High Priestess, the Ace of Swords coming up in the reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. All right. So yeah, it's something about you kind of suppressing with that Ace of Swords and the High Priestess. You don't let people know like what you have going on. You don't really let people in. And it's not to say that maybe like close friends don't know about shit that you've gone through, but most people don't know about stuff you've gone through. You know how some people kind of make it their trauma, their personality. You don't do that. They make like people that make their trauma their personality or their identity. You don't do stuff like that. And it's not to judge them. You know, everybody has to kind of process in their own way, but that's not how you process. You know, you might actually internalize quite a bit, do a lot of self-reflecting. You might do some journaling. If you do talk to someone, it might be like a therapist, someone that is literally legally bound to kind of like keep all your secrets and everything. Or like I said, you might have like a close friend that you divulge, but for the most part, you know, you don't want to walk around and identify with your trauma, with your pain. That's something that you personally don't want to do. Okay. We also have a Page of Pentacles coming up in the challenge. For some of you, there might have been some disappointments around finances, potentially, or even like your self-esteem, your self-worth has been impacted by the experiences that you've gone through in life. And maybe that's something that people don't know about you as well, because like I said, presenting on the surface, you might look like someone that's like very attractive, someone that wouldn't struggle with self-esteem or low confidence, anything like that. But it's like little do people know some of the things that you've gone through and how it has impacted you, and still potentially impacts your inner child to this day, with this Page of Pentacles coming up here. So I'm definitely sorry. My heart goes out to you, Gemini. You know, whatever it is you've gone through. Some of you could have like grew up in poverty, or there could have been like a lot of body image issues that you've had as well. When we're talking about the pentacle suit, we are talking about the physical vessel. So for some of you, you could have had a lot of disappointment or challenges around financial security, or just feeling secure, like within your body, within your skin, right? Maybe you were criticized or bullied, or, you know, made fun of for your body or something like that. Certain traits about your physical body that were under scrutiny and whatnot. But still, like, you walk around with your head held high, like, I'm beautiful, I love myself. And you do still struggle, I will say. That's kind of what's showing up in the cards, but most people wouldn't know it. In the recent past, you have the Fool coming out. So this is you in the recent past here too. You're so carefree, free-spirited, unbound. You don't let the difficulties of life weigh you down, at least for not too long, okay? The Fool is someone that travels light, all right? So they don't really carry a whole lot of baggage with them. And that could be something that you've been embracing here in the recent past. Maybe you have been releasing a lot of baggage with that Three of Swords. You could have been healing, maybe getting into some forgiveness work. For some of you, if this is in relation to a person, there could be an earth sign that you've had some difficulties with, possibly a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Heavy emphasis on Taurus. But yes, there does seem to be, like, in the recent past here, a shift coming out of this Three of Swords, coming into a space of just feeling more understanding about the experiences that you've gone through in life. There's a lot of wisdom that you're really settling into here as the High Priestess in a challenge, or at least you're being invited to kind of settle into some of this wisdom and understanding of the High Priestess. For some of you, that challenge can be in opening up and expressing yourself, sharing your pains, your challenges, your insecurities, your vulnerabilities. These might be things that you have vowed to, like, never share with anyone because you don't want them to use them against you later. So I'm sorry if you've definitely gone through a situation like that in the past, where people have used your vulnerabilities against you. They kind of threw them in your face. That could be where a lot of your heartache comes from too, because it's just like, damn, I don't really even open up to people like that. But when I actually did, you know, this person, you know, as soon as we got into a disagreement or something, they threw it in my face, and they made fun of, like, oh, you know, you got this trauma and such, so you know that, you know, really affects the way that you show up, or It's something like really gross. Like, just to put it plain and simple, somebody did some like real gross, grimy ass shit. Maybe in the heat of the moment, you guys were arguing or whatever. So you might even still be trying to heal from the words that somebody said about you as well. And with that Fool, leave that shit. Look, this motherfucker could be a fool. This might be they ass, okay? Just talking out the side of their motherfucking neck. And oops, you realize you said some shit that you can't take back, okay? So for some of you, this might be leaving behind foolish motherfuckers that have no consideration for your feelings, right? And for the things that you're willing to share with them in hopes of it being a safe space, but then they turn out to not be a safe space. So that could be what's coming through as well. Some of you might be going through the heartbreak of realizing somebody wasn't a safe space, not in the way that you thought they were. So that can definitely be pretty disappointing. So I'm sorry. Like I said, for some of you, it could be an earth sign that this is in connection to. Also, we got Pisces, Aries, Aquarius as well with the Fool. In the present position, we have the Two of Pentacles. So you're just trying to come into a space of balance when it comes to your emotions. Things might have been a bit up and down here, or even financially for some of you. You might have been moving around a lot of money, or you could still be in that space where you're juggling like different sources of income, different jobs, all that good stuff. You know, some of you could be considering getting an additional job to supplement your income. So that could be a space that you're kind of focusing on right now. For others of you, this is about just emotionally regulating yourself here after going through this Three of Swords, heartbreak, disappointment, loss that you've experienced. For some of you, this could be a breakup, a falling out with someone. And now you're just trying to recalibrate like from that. So definitely take your time. Take care of yourself. All right, what's coming up in the near future for Gemini? In the near future for Gemini placements. Oh, we got the Devil. So we got a Capricorn energy. Some of you could be connected to a Capricorn. All right. It might come to a head, whatever this is, this toxicity, or you're kind of realizing what the toxicity is, what the cause of the heartbreak is, and you're like, I got to break away from this. So for some of you, I don't know, this person could still kind of be in your energy. I don't know if you guys have completely fallen out, but they could have did something that hurt your feelings, and they're kind of still around. Maybe you didn't really address it with them, but this could be an opportunity where you feel like you need to address it, with the Devil coming up in the near future, where you're just like, look, you know, I can't do this toxic shit with you anymore. This back and forth, this frenemy type of vibe. One minute I think you're fucking with me, and then the next minute you're not. Like, it's really weird. Yeah, overall energy is coming through as the Page of Cups. So this is how you want to be. You want to be out here with your heart wide open and receptive to love, to friendship, to connecting with others. For some of you, there is a big focus on healing, especially the inner child. You might be very sensitive. You could have water placements in your chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But yeah, somebody could want to heal things with you. They might want to make amends. And it's up to you to decide at the end of the day if you're going to revisit this relationship or not. Some of you might be recognizing with that Devil energy that it's just too toxic and you don't want to deal with it, and you know, it's your motherfucking prerogative too. You don't have to. So some of you might be cutting the cords with whatever this Devil is. I want to get a clarifier. I'm being nosy. So Spirit, what is this Devil? Who is this Devil? What is this Devil coming up for Gemini? What is this Devil that's coming up? Ten of Swords. Somebody wants to stab you in the back. You need to let it go. For the Ten of Swords could also be an ending. Like, it's time to wrap up this cycle with somebody. This is someone that could have betrayed you, or they plan on betraying you. So I would keep your distance, and even if they come around, you might have a conversation. Some of you might be like, yeah, I don't want to fuck with you anymore. Others of you might leave that person on red. You might just start ignoring them because maybe you just don't want to get into conflict and arguments and shit like that. But yeah, like, some of you could definitely be realizing that somebody is just not on your team. They're not Team Gemini. Coming through as the Ten of Swords and the Devil. What? This is someone that could be preying on your downfall. Like, this person doesn't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you blow up. Yuck. And it's almost like they see you as having, maybe this person does know some things about you. They see you having gone through so much shit, and they're almost like, oh, they're strong. They can take it. What's a little bit more for them? Like, I can just pile a little bit more on them, a little more bullshit, a little more, disloyalty, a little bit more of betrayal. You know, what's it gonna hurt them? That's sick. I don't know who this is that you guys are connected to, but they're a fucking twat. Sorry, like like, whoever this is, they need their fucking ass beat, like, dead ass. Like, ew. All right, let's get one last piece of advice, Spirit, for Gemini. Grieving. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. You know, I never like to deliver messages like this, but this is sad. You know, for some of you, this is really disappointing to find out like somebody is on some bullshit. Maybe somebody that you thought was in your corner this whole time, they actually haven't been, okay? They have been a fucking op like this whole time, sitting in your face, smiling and shit, you know, acting like y'all was cool, woo. And you're actually not. You was cool with them, but they wasn't cool with you. And it be like that, you know, Gemini, y'all are super friendly. Y'all have like golden retriever ass energy. I mean, you're the twins, so you can be the golden retriever and you can be the black cat. But I'm getting like some of you might have been real golden retriever with somebody and they took it for granted. Okay, they took advantage of you, your kindness for weakness. But little do they know, once again, it ain't shit weak about you if you showing up as the strength card. You know, they might think they done put you through the ringer. You've been through way worse in life, okay? So don't give this motherfucker the satisfaction of feeling like they just like, oh, they completely took me out, 10 of swords, like I'm never gonna get up again. Fuck that. Rise the fuck up. Some of you need to do spiritual baths, cleanses. You need to get on your evil eye protection, like all of that stuff, because you definitely got some energies around you that they just don't want to see you doing well. They want to see you in grief. They want to see you suffering. Maybe this is someone that at a certain point you guys shared your grief together and now you're moving out of this space and they don't like it, okay? They like want to see you still down and out. But fuck them. They can kiss your ass, okay? So with that being said, Gemini, I'm going to wrap up this reading here. If this resonated at all, please leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, sending you guys so much love. Take care. Bye.